to attract people in, the content needs to be good. So it's not, I mean, the volume, more content is great, but it has to be good quality such that people want to share it. People want to, you know, so promote it on social, they want to share it with their friends by email, they want to link to it. And if you do create the content that attracts that social sharing and the link activity, then you're going to rank higher in search results, you're going to get more activity within social. So I think, you know, with email, if you have someone's email address, you can send them an email that has really poor content in it. That's not a permission-centric medium. But social and search engines are much more about you know, having good quality content, because in order to have someone share your content on Twitter, they need to think it's good.
How would you recommend that a company differentiate its information then? I mean, let's say internet marketing. You guys write about internet marketing. Thousands of people write about internet marketing. What distinguishes one versus another and makes one rise to the top?
I mean, I think think like a media company. And so what distinguishes the Globe and Mail above other publications? What distinguishes, you know, the New York Times above other publications? I think it's the quality of the content.
How much of it is volume versus quality?
So once you've achieved a good quality bar, that you feel like your persona is like, this is good, I want to subscribe to this, I'm going to come back, I'm going to read it over time, I'm going to share it with my friends. Once you've gotten that quality bar, then I think I would ramp up the volume as much as you can while still maintaining that quality bar. All the experiments that we've done internally between blogging once a day, you know, once a week, up to, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. We're now probably around 2 to 3 times a day.
Wow.
Every time we've increased the volume, not only has the overall amount of traffic increased and the overall amount of leads increased, but the average number of, let's say, page views per article has also gone up.
So are you suggesting then that a company would be better off taking money out of sales staff and putting it into writers?
I think, yeah, maybe out of sales staff and putting into writers, or if you're doing other forms of advertising, I would consider taking out of that and putting that into, you know, writers and content creators to fuel the inbound marketing engine.
From the viewpoint of smaller businesses that don't have huge writing staff or marketing staff, what do you think are the most effective places or ways for them to be delivering their content?
So I think for most businesses, having some sort of a blog is a really good idea. It kind of serves as your home base online. I think businesses that start doing social before they blog is sometimes a big mistake, because I think a lot of people start doing social and they're like, well, what do I say? Whereas if you have a blog, at least you're publishing some content, you have some opinions, you have some things that are worthy of being shared with people. You're answering questions from customers and prospects and people, you know, that have questions for your industry, for your company all the time.
Yeah.
Take those questions and turn those answers into blog articles. And guess what? Some people are asking you those questions. A lot more people are typing those questions into Google. And that's really the trick. If you can take that knowledge from your head as a small business owner and put it up online, people are going to start to find you through Google and through social. I think there's 2 approaches to email. One is for an opt-in permission-based list of people that have come to you and found you and have said, yes, I would like to receive email from you.
Yep.
That's an absolutely good thing to do. That's just respecting the relationship. If someone says, please call me, and you don't call them, they're not going to respect you. Same thing if they ask you, like, hey, I would like to get some email from you, and you don't email them, that's bad.
Yeah.
On the flip side is if you're going around and scraping email addresses or sharing lists with another company or purchasing a list from data.com or things like that, that's not a good idea. It's the click-through rate. If you have a high click-through rate, then your email is engaging and people want to receive it, and that you may email them every day.
Have you noticed any differences between the Canadian versus the American market and how people respond to different types of marketing?
I think people in Canada are generally friendlier and more helpful than most Americans, right? I'm not saying this just to flatter you. I think it's true. And what I think is interesting about that is I think it actually makes Canadians very well suited to inbound marketing. Because the whole point is that you're trying to be helpful to your customers rather than push them down into some sales process that you've defined. That's fundamentally what this is all about, is how do you generate more love from your customers? And I think, to be honest, I think Canadians kind of have an advantage there over us Americans. So if folks want to learn more about HubSpot, our blog is at blog.hubspot.com.
Yep.
And we also have a free tool called Marketing Grader, which is at marketing.grader.com, and that gives you a grade on your marketing. So type in your website and we'll grade it on over 30 different factors and give you a whole report back, totally free. to use and totally open, and just, check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about how you're doing in your marketing.
Yeah, it is a very cool tool. I've tried it. Thank you very much,
Thank
Mike.
you.
I appreciate it.